One. All right, Randy Walker, WorldTennisMagazine.com, and we're here at the 2025 U.S. Open at the Court of Champions monument here just outside the south gate of the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. I'm here with Joel Drucker, the famous tennis historian and author, and Joel and I had the pleasure of working on this U.S. Open Court of Champions project. I guess it was 2003 was when it started. So we're going to do a little bit of a tour here of one of the plaques here that have. We're going to start with the five first inductees. So there's the Court of Champions plaque there. But Joel, just talk a little bit about just the Court of Champions in general.
Well, the Court of Champions is a great way for this tournament to celebrate and mark its incredible history. The people who've won here, the people who won here at obviously the years of Flushing Meadows that began in 1978. Then you begin prior with the years of the Westside Tennis Club at Forest Hills. People won on grass, even some of the 3 years it was played on clay, and then on into this contemporary era. So why don't we take a little stroll?
Yeah, let's take a little stroll here. This is a great thing to do in between matches. We got Bill Tilden right here.
Won it in the 20s many times. Dominant champion. They used to say Tilden and tennis in that order. Great tactician. Really the beginning of the modern era begins with Tilden. We go on to the great Laver, who won the Grand Slam, all four singles majors in the same year. Did that twice in 1962 and 69.
So just to clarify, he won 4 majors in the same year, which equates a Grand Slam. He did not win 4 Grand Slams to win the calendar year Grand Slam.
That's correct, and here he is. His great left-hand game. Well, I think this is kind of interesting. Back in the day, guys, they would hold both balls in their hands. Look at this. Look at Laver holding that ball in his hand. Great left-handed player. Inspiration for so many, from Navratilova to Sampras to Roger Federer, all inspired by his lefty genius.
And don't forget, there's a great book called The Education of a Tennis Player, which he wrote with Bud Collins, which details his 1969 Grand Slam that ended right here.
So now we have someone who I've spent a tremendous amount of time writing about, Jimmy Connors. Won this title singles 5 times. The only guy ever to win it all 3 surfaces, on grass, clay, and hard courts. And in a lot of ways, Jimmy Connors is the beginning of tennis as we know it, of what we want from the game. The personality, expressiveness, emotion. Look at this passion. And here he is during his last great run on the way to the semis of the 91 U.S. Open at the age of 39. Connors connects with the crowd. He's bringing energy. He's a two-handed backhand, which is fairly new in the 1970s. And as Randy will tell you, I wrote a book about Jimmy Connors.
It's called Jimmy Connors Saved My Life. Great read. Definitely download it.
So that's Jimmy Connors won this title 5 times in the 70s and 80s. Moving further, Jack Kramer, kind of in a way a pioneer, arguably one of the most influential and first people in the history of tennis. He created the serve volley game, which is very new, not created, but really fine-tuned it.
The big game.
The big game, as it was called. And this really dominated tennis for a good 30, 35 years. He was also kept the candle burning for open tennis when amateurs weren't allowed to play at these events. He became the first executive director of the ATP. Tremendous person. The Jack Kramer racket, probably the greatest selling racket of all time. 10 million editions.
I had a Jack Kramer autograph as a kid.
Me too, that's right. So now we move on to the guy a lot of people know now. We hear him all the time, great voice of the game, John McEnroe. Grew up about a 20-minute drive from here in Douglaston. Won the singles 3 times, won the doubles 4 times. Just a great part of the game. Beautiful serve and volley game. An artist on the court. Many great matches here.
Yeah, I mean, it's really amazing. John McEnroe, a Queens boy doing well in Queens, and of course the first U.S. Open he won, he beat Vitas Gerulaitis in the final, and those were 2 Queens boys playing in the U.S. Open final, which is pretty unprecedented and probably never happen again.
Tremendous. So these guys are so charismatic, so compelling. All these people we just showed you won this title multiple times. Just keep taking tennis to a new level.
Well, that's good. Well, Court of Champions, it's a project that Joel and I have a deep passion for, and we were working on it when it first started, and we always come visit here and talk about the Court of Champions whenever we're here at the U.S. Open. So thought this would be a good video, and it's just great to hear nuggets coming out of Joel's mouth with history and great stats and great stories. So Joel Drucker, he's Joel Drucker, I'm Randy Walker. Stay tuned for the next video where we'll talk about some of the women inductees.